Lupus is an autoimmune disease. The immune system, which normally protects the body from viruses, bacteria, and other foreign invaders, recognizes the self-substance as foreign. In other words, the immune system begins to attack itself. There is no known cure for lupus. There are roughly 16,000 cases diagnosed each year. 9 out of 10 women are affected between the ages of 15 and 44. African American women are affected with lupus more than any other race, my mother being one of them. In 1996, she was diagnosed with discoid lupus.
It was actually before the actual diagnosis that my skin began to really, like, almost literally fall off. It's like I was a human scab. I mean, I began to lose layers and layers of skin. I couldn't even wash my face, for example. I'd rub the cloth across my face and my face would bleed. That's how thin my skin had become. And I was tired all the time and I was swollen and just didn't know what was going on.
Discoid lupus is lupus of the skin. It usually begins as a small patch which may become red and scaly. Like a snake shedding its skin, she was going through a change.
You can only imagine how that might look. And if you can imagine, at one point my neck area had become infected and I was actually green. So that part was quite scary. Sitting in the emergency room, feeling like a human scab, smelling like flesh, and you're green.
She began to shed layers of skin, becoming lost in her flesh.
You sound the same, you act the same, you know, I mean, your life is the same, but when you look in that mirror, you see a totally different person. That is truly one of the scariest moments during this time.
We get up in the morning and jump in the shower to feel the pressure of the water against our bodies. It soothes us. It wakes us up. My mother sits back, closes her eyes as she recalls one morning when she went to take a shower.
I'd gotten in the shower one day and turned the water on, and it felt like someone was literally beating me. As the water came down on me, I could feel every single drop of the water on my body. It was so painful. I tried everything, but it was just unbearable.
Battling within yourself, dealing with your issues on the inside, is nothing compared to what you have to face when the world raises its brow at you. Facial expressions say more than 1,000 words.
A look of disgust, almost shying away from me, not wanting to possibly touch me by mistake or bump into me, fear they may get what I have, or they may be affected by what I have. Just a sheer look of disgust. People just like ill, like a nose turned up as if they smelt something foul. So that, of course, was not a very nice feeling either.
Such an extreme transformation can affect not only the person going through it, but also the people around them. I remember a time when my mother would wear hats to cover up her hair loss or use makeup to mask how she looked.
I remember actually having to go to, Keith, your graduation. You were graduating from the 6th grade during a time that I was very, 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 very ill. And I wanted to go, of course. You're my son, you're my boy. I want to see you graduate. I'm excited, I'm happy. But at the same time, I didn't want to go to the school and embarrass you. You know, and everybody's mom there, they taking pictures, things are going on, they're excited, having a good time, and here I am looking like this horrifying monster sitting there, and you have to introduce me as your mom to your teachers.
In life, you are either about to go through a storm, you are in a storm, or you're just coming out of a storm. We all have things that break us down to the point where we feel we are unable to recover. After 3 years of medications, different treatments, pain, and being discontent, my mother decided she wasn't going to take her medication any longer. At that point, the reconstruction of self began.
Oh, I feel great today. Of course, I went through some battles, building my self-esteem again, and questioning who loved me and who didn't, viewing and looking back at who was there for me and who wasn't.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Psalms 30:5.
I realize how blessed I am to have such a wonderful family. Today, I'm so pleased and so blessed and just happy to be alive. I appreciate life more, of course, and I'm just happy.
It has been 10 years, and my mother hasn't had any flare-ups. She has a newfound joy and happiness about where she is in her life. For more information on lupus, visit the Lupus Foundation of America at www.lupus.org. I'm Keith. Thanks for listening.